Well, before I begin this video, I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. I really hope that everyone had a great time celebrating America's birthday. And I really hope no one judged me for the fact that my collar wasn't straight. There we go. Okay, so my low, my high, my act of kindness. For sure that my low was that you can't really tell, but my legs are very much sunburned right now. Like, it is unbelievable how red they are. I mean, I got color up here, I just never put any sunscreen on my legs. My legs never really get burnt, but here they did. I mean, at this moment in time, they don't hurt, but because, like, the material for my pants is going to be rubbing on my legs, like, I'm going to be in for quite possibly a relatively long day. My high is, okay, I have to talk about the most adorable little parade I saw ever. Because, like, I mean, yeah, it was Independence Day, but I'm up at Cuckoo Lake, right? And I saw all these little kids, like, riding their bikes, going up, from my point of view, to my right. They're coming from my left to my right. And they all get together, and there was a parade. A little, cute little Independence Day, 4th of July celebration parade. And it was wonderful. It was cute. It was adorable. Little kids riding their bikes. Although there was one kid who, a little bit before it started, like, something went wrong, like something fell off or whatever, and, like, he got off his bike and slammed on the ground and kicked it. I'm like, I feel really bad for that kid. Surprisingly, not many people were around except for, like, my folks, and my mom was trying to, help the little kid out, which, yeah, she's cool like that. So, and then the parade happens, and it's wonderful, and my mom, my dad, and I are all going like, man, I wish the boys, my nephews, were up here, because it would have been amazing. Well, here's the thing. The twins will be they'll be 3 by the time it gets to 4th of July next year. So, I can't quite say. Well, the youngest one, who I'm the godfather to, like, he would probably have to be, carried with the twins, maybe. If they can figure out how to ride a bike within a year, then I'd feel more comfortable letting them march in this parade, or ride their bike in this parade, I should say. And my act of kindness, well, I did several acts of kindness. I watered the flowers, I vacuumed, I took care of laundry, I help my father lift stuff, Basically, we were doing everything we could to get ready for, clean up at Cuckoo Lake. Again, maintaining a cottage is, kind of hard. Especially on a weekend where we have a lot of guests coming over, because you gotta make sure the place looks nice. You gotta make sure anyone who shows up is accommodated well enough, stuff like that. So we took care of everything. And my mom had to stay up for a little bit longer, so I went home and I wound up make another act of kindness. I helped make dinner. It really wasn't much. I mean, I made because we had a bunch of hot dogs we didn't cook from Sunday, so we had hot dogs. We had boiled those little tiny potatoes that you boil, and I made a spinach salad. It had spinach, obviously, yellow bell pepper, onion, carrot, and celery. That was really about it. Wasn't much, but hey, we still had a bunch of hot dogs. Although speaking of hot dogs, I can't really talk about hot dogs in 4th of July without mentioning that Nathan's down in Coney Island has like that hot dog eating contest, and Joey Chestnut won his 15th Nathan's hot dog eating competition. I don't know how many years he's been at it, but yeah, here's the thing. I could polish off a boatload of hot dogs myself, But the reason why it's not as easy for most people is because those competitive eaters, they like take the hot dog, dump it in a thing of water, and like eat like that, so it's easier to swallow and stuff. Yeah, most people don't have access to that. That's why when people say they're really hungry, they only have like 8 to 10 hot dogs or whatever. Even though I'm sure I could probably handle more. But besides the point, congratulations, Joey Chestnut. 15 times. That's awesome. I should also mention that my low is I slept in really, really, really late today. Happy 4th, everybody. Well, actually, I should say happy 5th, everybody, because it's Happy Tuesday, everybody. So, Tuesday. What to talk about today? Sadly, I forgot to look up who this week's Hot Ones guest is, so I kind of can't really say for, certain who it is. Actually, no, I did see who it is yesterday. It's Tessa Thompson. It's Tessa Thompson, which should be very interesting because if I remember correctly, Tessa Thompson was the season 7 winner of The Masked Singer. So, not that I'm expecting them to talk about The Masked Singer, but it'd be really interesting if they brought that up. That being said, I don't really know much about her. But, hey, it should still make for a good episode, right? Okay, what else do I need to talk about? This is quite difficult to think about because I didn't really have much else planned outside of, well, I guess I've been thinking a lot lately about things that I like, particularly shows I like. For example, I can't believe we're actually coming on 2 months since Amphibia ended. I'm still shocked I'm never really going to make videos straight up dedicated to full episodes ever again. I mean, that's not to say I'll never talk about Amphibia ever again. I mean, Amphibia's been over for almost 2 months. I'm talking about it now. So don't ever think Amphibia is never going to be talked about again on this channel. It will, if I think about it. Again, when Amphibia ended, I did say that if for whatever reason I actually make it to live to 100 years old, I'll do like an all-century, watch list of all the best animated shows I've ever seen. Although, at this moment in time, Amphibia remains at the top. Do I think anything is ever going to beat it? It's possible. I mean, I'm 32 now, so between the ages of 32 and 100, if I actually make it to 100, that's 68 years. It's quite possible something could probably catch up to Amphibia. Until that day comes, I'm better off just enjoying the ride. That being said, Amphibia may be my favorite show, but I think my favorite series of all time that encompasses so many mediums, I would say it's One Piece. And it's funny. I don't really think about how much we're in a hiatus until it just pops in my head like, oh, right, One Piece. Oh, right, we're in hiatus now. Oh, boy. Although the good news is it's going to be over in less than 3 weeks. So, there's that. But even at this point, I can already tell a lot of One Piece fans are starving for new content. Or a new manga chapter. Or something. I mean, sometimes Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, has SBS questionnaires and stuff where he reveals stuff that wasn't sent in the manga yet. Like, for example, Eustace Kid's Devil Power was never mentioned in the manga, but Oda mentioned what it is. It's called, if I remember, it's the Mage no Mi, I believe it is. It's basically it's I think in English they'll probably call it the magnet fruit just simply because that's what it is. It attracts metal objects and such. So that'd be really cool if they. I'm sure the English dub will probably fix. See, that's actually one thing I gotta talk about. Anime purists really just go for the listening in pure Japanese and English subtitles, and that's fine. I like watching that too. But for a lot of people here in the States, when I think of animation voiceover, I gotta hear my stuff in English. And Funimation's done a very solid job of dubbing the manga. I mean, one of the best examples of one piece of Funimation completely like upgrading the original dialogue that the Japanese version had. This is when Blackbeard got Whitebeard's Devil Fruit power. And in the manga and in Japanese, Blackbeard says one hand to, because remember he has two Devil Fruit powers now, the Dark Fruit and the Tremor Fruit, or in Japanese to be the Yami no Mi and the Gura no Mi. And Blackbeard is like, one hand to bring nothingness, I think he says, and one hand to destroy all. Which sounds cool, but Funimation, when they dubbed this scene in English, like, I forget the name of the voiceover actor who voices Blackbeard, but between that guy's delivery and the dialogue they had him say, like, this is exactly the sort of stuff that really gets me invested. Because Blackbeard is like, a hand of darkness to call forth the void, and a hand of light to shake the heavens and rend the earth. Both powers are mine now. Only a fool would challenge me. Like, something that is very cleverly worded dialogue. I love that. That's like, seriously, One Piece fans, if you give Funimation more of a chance, their dialogue is actually really solid when it comes to writing. And that's actually one thing that people don't really like about dubbing anime. And that's, sometimes things can be mistranslated or it doesn't sound as good, stuff like that. But if you really give it a chance, you'll like it. I mean, Funimation's been doing this stuff since like the 90s, doing stuff like, Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, one of these days I really should make a video dedicated to Yu Yu Hakusho. I'll get to that at some point. Maybe I'll try and get to it soon. I will. I'll definitely try doing it soon. Gosh, I don't really know what else to say. I'm just feeling really good right now. Yesterday was actually a pretty solid day overall. I mean, yeah, it was a bit stressful cleaning stuff up from, the party the day before, but come on, who actually doesn't dislike cleaning up stuff? Am I right? It's boring, it's silly, nobody likes doing that stuff, the whole shebang. Honestly, I'm really glad that, this weekend was as good as it was because, and I kind of alluded to this yesterday, 2022 hasn't been that great of a year for me so far. But considering that we're now past the halfway mark, and it started literally with 4th of July weekend, if the rest of this year was like the 4th of July weekend, I think we're going to be in for something special. I mean, another thing I didn't mention, I just saw a couple old friends of mine I hadn't seen in years. I felt like, man, I probably would have seen them a lot sooner if, because here's the thing, when it comes to people at Pikuka Lake that I know are at Pikuka Lake, I don't know they're at Pikuka Lake unless I know they're at Pikuka Lake. That was actually one problem about Pikuka Lake growing up, is even well back when I was at like St. Mary Mother, or even like when I would learn to know a lot more people at Horseheads. Like once summer hit, I never saw any of those people ever again until like the next school year. In fact, you can imagine that even now, there are people I haven't seen since I graduated high school. And that was it was well over 14 years ago. Gosh, I really should catch up. I mean, I missed my 10-year reunion for a stupid, albeit, I guess, important reason. But I don't want to end this video on a sad note. So I'm just going to say the following. For those of you who celebrated 4th of July, fireworks, cookouts, all that stuff, I really hope it was wonderful for you. Happy birthday, America. And many, many more. Come to think of it, in 4 years, we'll be celebrating America's 450th birthday. So, that'll be a pretty big year. Like, favorite, share, subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, my very helpful. If you're all of you guys watching Joe for a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I forgot it was Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to us, we're here to land it. I'll take you back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.